Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Grace Over 50, your home for timeless beauty, gentle wisdom, and the kind of elegance that only deepens with age. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever looked into the mirror and felt like your eyes just didn't shine the way they used to? Not dull or sad, but softer, quieter. Like they've witnessed so much, held back tears, laughed in silence, and seen decades of life go by, but somewhere along the way, they lost a little of that spark. If you've ever felt that, you're not alone. As we step into our 50s, 60s, and beyond, our eyes begin to change. The skin around them grows thinner, the lashes fade, the lids may droop. The sparkle, while still there, sometimes hides behind fatigue lines or habits we picked up long ago that no longer serve us. But what if I told you this? In just a few small, graceful shifts, no surgery, no needles, no expensive tools, you can bring your eyes back to life. You can lift them, brighten them, define them not with drama but with quiet confidence. And all it takes is a single tool, one you already own: your eyeliner. Yes, that humble pencil sitting in the bottom of your makeup bag could be the key to unlocking a softer, younger, more radiant version of you. But here's the secret. It's not about adding more, it's about using less but smarter. This video isn't just about eyeliner tricks. It's about reclaiming something deeper, that spark in your gaze, that sense of being awake, alive, and beautifully present in your own skin. So stay with me, my friend, because what I'm about to share with you are 10 eyeliner techniques every elegant woman over 50 deserves to know. Each one is gentle, forgiving, and designed to lift, open, and illuminate your eyes in a way that honors the woman you are today, not the girl you used to be. And if you're new here, I'm so happy you found us. I invite you to subscribe, hit the bell, and join this beautiful sisterhood. Every week, we gather to talk about style, self-worth, and the graceful beauty that comes with time. Now take a deep breath. Look into the mirror not with criticism, but with compassion. You're not here to hide, you're here to shine softly, boldly, truthfully. Let's begin. Let's be honest with each other, something starts to shift as we cross into our 50s. Not just in our bodies, but in the mirror, in the small details that once came so easily. The makeup techniques we used for years, the ones we mastered in our 20s and wore through our 30s, suddenly stop working. Not all at once, not dramatically, but subtly, quietly, almost invisibly. In one of the first places we notice it, our eyeliner. It might smudge more easily, it might look too harsh, or instead of making our eyes pop, it pulls them down, emphasizes fine lines. Makes our lashes look sparse or our lids look heavy. One day you follow the same steps you've always followed and the result feels off, not wrong, just not right anymore, not you. You might try switching products, adding more concealer, even experimenting with winged liner again, only to feel frustrated that nothing really lifts your eyes the way it used to. But here's the thing no one tells us. It's not that you're doing it wrong, it's that you've changed, and your beauty needs to evolve with you. Your skin has softened, your features have matured, your expressions carry more meaning now, and your makeup, it deserves to reflect that. Let's not forget, eyeliner is powerful. It frames the windows to your soul, it speaks when words fall short. And done right, it can take years off your face, not by hiding who you are, but by gently revealing what's still glowing within. Yet too often, the techniques we're shown are made for younger faces, tighter skin, bolder trends, fast hands. They're not designed for the woman who's lived, loved, and learned. We end up applying makeup that's too heavy, too harsh, too complicated, when what we truly need is softness, precision, and most of all, grace. So today, we're going to shift our focus. We're going to stop fighting the mirror. And instead, we're going to listen to our faces, our eyes, our instincts, because the answer isn't more makeup. It's better makeup choices, smarter technique, and a deeper understanding of what truly flatters our unique beauty now. And that's exactly what the next part of our video will uncover: 10 eyeliner techniques that lift, awaken, and enhance mature eyes with elegant subtlety. Not trends, not gimmicks. Just timeless, flattering artistry made for women like us. So take a deep breath. You're not losing your spark, You're learning how to see it again and maybe more clearly than ever before. Are you ready to begin? Now that we've honored the why, it's time to embrace the how. But before we begin, I want you to remember this. You're not here to erase time. You're here to illuminate what time has shaped. These 10 eyeliner techniques aren't about covering up. They're about revealing the depth, warmth, and vitality that still live in your eyes. They're quiet tools not for reinvention but for rediscovery. Let's begin gently. 1. Tightline the upper waterline, wake up the eyes without saying a word. This tiny change creates a big difference. Instead of drawing a line above your lashes, you'll gently line the inner rim of your upper eyelid, right where the lashes grow. It's nearly invisible to others, but the impact is unmistakable. Your lashes look thicker, your eyes seem more awake. There's a quiet boldness in your gaze, even without dramatic makeup. Use a waterproof pencil in a soft espresso or slate gray. Gently lift the lid and press the pencil into the roots of your lashes. Think of it like adding a shadow under a sculpture. It doesn't distract, it enhances. 2. Swap liquid liner for a soft, smudgy pen. Liquid liner can be unforgiving on mature lids. It highlights every crease and demands perfection from hands that may not be as steady as they once were. But a creamy pencil liner is kind. It glides, blends, and forgives. It says, let's work with what we have beautifully. Choose tones like chocolate brown, navy, charcoal, or plum. These colors define without dominating. And the best part, you can smudge and soften them into the lash line with a fingertip or small brush for a romantic, lifted look. 3. Only line the outer third, less is the new more. You don't need a full ring around your eyes to create definition. In fact, lining the entire eye can make it look smaller and heavier. Instead, focus on just the outer third of your upper lash line. Use gentle, upward strokes, then smudge slightly for lift. If you love a little liner under the eye, keep it to the outer third as well and always blend. This technique opens up the eyes, enhances your natural shape, and lets your expression breathe. 4. Let go of harsh black, embrace soft, sophisticated shades. Jet black liner may have been your go-to, but as your features soften, so should your makeup. Colors like espresso brown, deep plum, and soft gray bring depth without the hard edges. They feel more lived in, more wearable, more you. These tones whisper rather than shout, and for a woman with confidence, that whisper carries so much power. 5. Highlight the inner corners, let the light in. A tiny dab of champagne or pearl eyeshadow at the inner corners of your eyes can instantly brighten your face. It mimics natural light and makes your eyes appear more open, more awake. Pair this with a nude or peach eyeliner on your lower waterline to counteract redness and give the illusion of a fuller, more youthful eye. These are the kinds of touches that make someone say, you look so rested, even if you're running on 3 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee. 6. Skip the lower waterline, lighten and lift instead. Dark liner on the lower waterline can drag the eye downward, especially on mature faces. Instead, skip lining the inside and apply a bit of soft taupe or brown eyeshadow just beneath the lower lashes, on the outer third only. Gently smudge it for a subtle shadow effect. This gives dimension without heaviness. It says, I'm awake, not overdone. 7. Master the mini flick, a gentle nod to the classics. You don't need a dramatic wing to lift your eyes. Just a tiny upward flick at the outer corner, soft, barely there, and smudged, can create that gentle lift we all long for. Think of it as a smile for your eyes. It doesn't demand attention, but it draws it in. Use a pencil liner for more control and keep the angle following the natural lift of your lower lash line. Then tap lightly with your fingertip or a small brush to soften the edge. 8. Tightline instead of drawing on the lid, save the space. If you're finding that traditional eyeliner takes up too much room on your lid or makes it feel crowded, tightlining is your answer. It gives definition without taking away space, which is especially important for hooded eyes. And because it sits right at the roots of your lashes, it creates a natural fullness that looks more born with it than painted on. 9. A soft wing, not a sharp one. Think lift, not length. Instead of aiming for a long, dramatic wing that can accentuate sagging lids, Try a short, upward flick that gives a lifted illusion without the weight. Use a softer shade like plum or espresso and focus the line only on the outer third of the upper lash line. Then flick gently up and stop short. No sharp angles. Just a hint of motion like the lift of a silk scarf caught in the breeze. 10. Invisible definition, only you know it's there. Sometimes the most powerful makeup is the kind no one can see. By tightlining the upper waterline and leaving the lower one bare, you create invisible depth. You enhance the structure of your eye without drawing a single hard line. It's like a secret between you and your reflection. And it's one of the most elegant things you can do. These aren't just tricks. They're gestures. They're whispers of care you offer yourself each morning. They say, I see you, I value you, you're still radiant. And now, as we move into part 4, I want to show you how one woman, just like you, transformed her daily routine, not with more effort, but with more understanding. Her story might just be the one you've been waiting to hear. Shall we go on? Her name is Elaine. She's 62, a retired nurse, a mother of 3, a woman who once loved red lipstick, bold jewelry, and dancing barefoot in the living room on Sunday mornings. But when she looked in the mirror lately, she didn't recognize the face looking back. Not completely. Not because she looked old, no, age had only made her more soulful, more layered. It was the tiredness in her eyes. The softness that used to shine had dulled. Not gone, just hidden. One afternoon, she sat on the edge of her bed with her makeup bag in her lap. She hadn't worn eyeliner in weeks. She felt like it made her look heavier, sadder even. So she avoided it, convincing herself maybe beauty was something she had simply aged out of. But that day, something nudged her, not a big epiphany, just a quiet thought. What if there's a way to do this differently now? She opened her compact mirror and picked up her old pencil liner, not black this time, but a soft plum she'd forgotten she owned. She looked closely at her eyes, not with judgment, but with curiosity. And instead of tracing the same heavy lines from years ago, she started slow. She tightlined the upper waterline gently, letting the color melt into her lash roots. Then she added a soft flick at the outer edge, nothing bold, just a breath of lift. A bit of shimmer at the inner corners. A sweep of nude liner along the bottom rim. She didn't rush. She didn't try to look young. She just wanted to look awake. Present, like herself. When she leaned back from the mirror, she exhaled and smiled. The change wasn't dramatic, but something had shifted. Her eyes were no longer tired. They were alive. That afternoon, her daughter stopped by. Mid-conversation, she paused and said, "Mom, you look beautiful today, like rested." Like something's different. Did you get a facial? Elaine just smiled. No, she said softly. I just gave my eyes a little attention. But it wasn't just about eyeliner. It was about choosing herself again. In that quiet moment in her bedroom, Elaine rediscovered something we all tend to forget. Beauty doesn't disappear with age. It transforms. And when we meet it where it is, softly, gently, it shows up again, not in bold strokes, but in the lift of a gaze, the brightness of a corner, the curve of a smile. Maybe in some way you are Elaine. Maybe you've been skipping your reflection lately. Maybe you've been telling yourself that makeup isn't worth it anymore, that it's just for the younger ones. But hear me now, sweet friend, you haven't missed your moment. You are still worth the time, and your reflection is still full of wonder. The tools are simple. The process is gentle. But the result? It's transformation not just on your face, but in your spirit. So take a breath, hold your eyeliner like an instrument of grace, and remember you're not here to perform youth, you're here to honor the woman you've become. As we move into our final part, I want to speak to that woman directly, with a message you may not even realize your heart has been waiting to hear. Let's go there now. So here we are, beautiful soul, you've listened, you've reflected. And maybe, just maybe, you're seeing yourself in a new light, not a harsher light, not a younger one, but a kinder one. You've just learned 10 gentle ways to bring more life back to your eyes, but what you've truly done is something deeper. You've made space for yourself again. Space to be seen, to be soft, to be luminous without needing to explain or prove anything. That little eyeliner pencil you've held for years, it isn't just a makeup tool. It's a bridge. A bridge between the woman you once were, the woman you are today, and the woman you're still becoming, because you're still here. Your gaze still holds strength. Your eyes still carry stories of laughter, of sorrow, of wisdom, of wild love, and they deserve to shine. Maybe tomorrow morning you'll try just one technique. Or maybe you'll simply pause for a moment in front of the mirror, breathing deeply, and say to yourself, I see you, and you are still so beautiful. Because that's the real truth. Beauty at our age isn't loud. It's not about trends or tricks, it's about presence. It's about the way you carry yourself, the way you choose to show up, even in the smallest of rituals. And if anything in today's message stirred something in you, if even one part made you feel more radiant, more hopeful, more like yourself again, I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which of these techniques are you most excited to try? Have you already discovered something that works beautifully for your eyes and your age? Or maybe this video just reminded you that you haven't stopped blooming, just blooming differently now. This is a space for women like you, and your voice matters here. Your story, your wisdom, your light, they might be the very thing another woman needs to hear today. If you haven't already, I gently invite you to subscribe to Grace Over 50. This space was created for you, for women who want to feel elegant again, women who are ready to step into this next chapter with softness, strength, and self-honoring style. Click the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Because what's ahead is filled with the same intention as everything we've shared today. To remind you that you are still radiant, still evolving, and still deeply worthy of beauty that fits who you are now. And now, before we say goodbye, I invite you, just for a moment, to go stand in front of your mirror. Not to fix, not to correct, but simply to look. Look into your own eyes with love, with grace, with the same tenderness you would offer to your dearest friend. Because that woman looking back at you, she's still here, she still carries light, and she is worthy of being seen every single day. Until next time. Stay radiant, stay tender, and always, always age with style.